Hey, how's it going? It's Devin with Des Moines TCG. I'm here to talk about some of the new news that's come out from MagicCon in Vegas. There's been a lot of news about new IP that's being added to Universes Beyond or Magic itself. Goofy is Jurassic Park, Princess Bride, Evil Dead, and Creepshow are the ones that I've seen so far. There's also the ones that have been announced previously. These are just ones that haven't come out yet. There's Doctor Who is about to come out, and then Fallout, Assassin's Creed, and then in 2025 there's Final Fantasy. So that's all. That's a big list of stuff that we have yet to get, but we know is coming. I think some of these are just going to be. They look like just secret layer drops. The Princess Bride one. If you haven't seen it yet, it's beautiful and it looks really great. And they have quite a few cards. It looks like there's nine cards, which is cool. It looks like it's going to be a secret layer, but we'll find out if that's the case. Um, um, I'm My thoughts on this is I don't mind this as much as I have more of a problem with variants than Universes Beyond itself. I don't really consider Universes Beyond to be a Fooster Bun booster fun problem. It's 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 what I call the Fortnitification of Magic the Gathering. So you want to make $1 billion a year from Magic the Gathering, the best way to do it is to mimic what's already out there. And Magic as a game system is incredible, and so why not just tack everyone's favorite thing on top of it? And with Disney Lorcana coming out at the same time, it's probably good for them to hop on it. Is what they're thinking, I think. When Universes Beyond was a thing, or at least started, I really wish if I could take it over, if I could go back in time, my secret wish. And hey, this is just me. This is not. You might hate this. That's great for you, but for me, I would love it if they just separated out Magic Universes Beyond and made it its own thing. Like, think about it like this. So you have Magic the Gathering and Magic Universes Beyond. It's a new game. It's the same game system, but it's a new game. And let's say you started off with Lord of the Rings, like it's the first set from Universes Beyond, and just give it a new card back and make it more Fortnite-y. Make it what you want. Make it that Pokemon it out if you want to. Do it. Make it more colorful. Make it more universal. Like it's just the back of a Magic the Gathering card is just so, and just Magic the Gathering is just so. I mean, look at that. It's just so. It has a mystic, occult, dark feeling that when they made the game back in the '90s, it was kind of how it felt. So I was introduced to the game when I was about 8, and from one of my dad's friends, and I remember it just being such a creepy, cool, mystic thing. Of course, it's not, but I mean that's the kind of the vibe it gets. And especially with the taboo that it got with the pentagrams and the kind of the satanic panic about it. My mom burned all of our cards because it was had that edge to it. And Magic has completely lost that with Universes Beyond. Now it's so goofy. Even adding Fortnite to the actual secret layer is an obvious, like, it's a duh. That's what it is. So I wish just when it started, maybe at, like I said, Lord of the Rings, make that the first Universes Beyond set, and then go from there. And then add Doctor Who, and then add all these like secret layers. Make the back of the card different, and then we have a secret layer. If we want to have Universes Beyond tournaments or Magic the Gathering tournaments, or even combine them, but you have to have like specified sleeves so you can't see the backs. But I mean, it's definitely doable. I mean, some people are probably screeching out there that it's like they could. It's not going to work because the backs are different. I don't give a shit. I use sleeves. Anything could be on the back of the card. I wouldn't know it. But yeah, some of you weirdos out there probably wouldn't hate that. But I think that would have been great. And I think it could have really, solved a lot of problems. Because then you could have Magic doing its, yearly releases at, like, you have your seasonal sets, and then you have one specialty set, and so that kind of limits Magic, and then you can dump universes beyond in between that, and then people will be like, well, I just play Magic the Gathering, and then other people will be like, well, I just play universes beyond, and some people, I play both, and then I think that would kind of relieve some people from the stress of what's going on. But what's not going to relieve people from their stress is what the fuck is going on with the Lord of the Rings collectors boosters that are coming out. The new specialty set for Lord of the Rings that's coming out in December. Now this is goofy as shit, and this is my problem. See, I don't. What we just talked about, and even the thing that I wished and it didn't happen. That's fine. I mean, some of these going back to what I before I go on to let's go back. Evil Dead, Princess Bride, they all look cool, and I'm probably going to get them. I don't know about Jurassic Park because it's in this. I believe it's in Caverns of Ixalan. I'm a huge fan of Ixalan. I'm going to pick up those cards eventually, but I'm probably going to wait till it hits the market and then plummets, which is usually what I do as an eBay seller. I cannot participate anymore in since Project Booster Fund. I am out of any sort of releases. I'm just a scavenger picking up the best. Everyone else's failure. That's what I get. And I don't want it. I wish it wasn't that way, but it's the only way it can be with the Project Booster Fund and the way it is. So, anyways, going back to what I was saying before I took it back to the other, what I was saying is that the variants included in this Lord of the Rings special, the set, are just insane. There's like surge foils, regular foils, double rainbow foils, and then I think there's something else. Oh, there's scroll. There's new scroll. Oh, the scrolls. There's the hippie posters, and then there's also this. I forget, but it's old school Lord of the Rings art. It looks like around from not the cartoons, but just an artist, and I can't. The guy has a name. I'm sure you can look it up. I can't remember off the top of my head. But think about that, like how many variants you're going to have. And not just that, I think a big problem right here is just the reprint issue, where you have all these people who were focused on getting surge foils, which were the premium foiling in the previous set. And now here it's coming back, and it's coming back at an even a higher rate. So all those people who purchased cards for this expensive price, they're going to see the price of their cards plummet because they're reprinting them again in a couple fucking months. That's insane. And to think like how upset. I mean, and these are your high spenders too. Like you're purposely fucking with the people who are spending hundreds, if not thousands of dollars on your card game to get these expensive cards. And maybe they shouldn't care, they're game pieces. But at the same time, these are specifically collector's pieces that cost, like I said, hundreds of dollars. There's no reason to do this. And then on top of it, when you think of how many variants and what's going on in the set, and if this was just a one-time thing, this was just this one, Lord of the Rings is a special IP. We're doing this one time where we have all these variants for this one particular product. I think everyone would be like, okay, that's cool. But this is every fucking product. Every product has this, where it's the Halo foiling, the confetti foiling, the anime variant, the showcase variant. It's got to stop. It adds no value to anything. What's crazy about this with the extended art One Ring, that was the big chase card from the last set, because it's only in the Commander sample pack where you can get a collector extended art foil ring. And that's, I believe, it's just a regular rainbow foiling. I almost traded one because I have these a bunch of these sorcery booster boxes. I almost traded a sorcery booster box for one of these, but then I was like, well, they're just going to reprint it in this upcoming set. That's stupid. Don't do it. And look at me. I saved. Well, actually, this is not true, because check this out. So now they're reprinting these surge foilings. So these special, really great surge foilings might be more available than the regular old boring ass rainbow foilings, original OG foilings. And so the OG foiling might be more valuable than the surge foiling, which makes absolutely no sense. I mean, from a perspective, you want it to be like, hey, you got a surge foil, big deal. You got a glitter foil, big deal. You got a textured foil, big deal. But they mix them all up. It doesn't matter. You go set to set. You can't tell whether it's a showcase, a borderless, a extended, a fucking whatever. There is no like just way to look at a set. Like I know that this certain foil and this card type is going to be the chase, and that's maybe that's not a problem. And people, but the market has to figure it out every single set, and it's just exhausting and it's dumb and it's just a waste of time. And I really wish that somebody from the Wizard side would just tone that down. If we could just get that, I mean, with all the product releases and everything, I mean that drives me crazy. But if we could just get the slow down on the variants, that would be a huge, huge win. Um, there are also changes to the set boxes. They're adding like Mana Crypt, and but these are new arts for some cards that are getting into the list, which is same issue here. They have 6 variants of Mana Crypt, but only one of them is going to be this rainbow foil. And this, I'm like, maybe this is actually going to be, I don't know, getting a card out of the list is hard as shit. So somebody getting this rainbow, because so the variant is each color of mana is the Mana Crypt, but then they have one that's all the colors in one, and I believe that's probably going to be the chase. And so to find that out of the list when you can only get a list card every 3 packs, and then to get like a mythic from the list, it's going to be really difficult. So, but it's kind of cool. I mean that's kind of cool. I think that adds some spice to the list, which is cool, and more value to set boxes. But with the collector boxes still existing, it still makes that set box kind of like a what? And there's just too much. It's too much. It's too much. Too much. Anyways, I think that's all that came out. I just want to give my thoughts on it. I hope things start to change, or I hope someone's listening. If not, whatever. Well, like I said, we're gonna keep sailing the ship. We're gonna keep rowing the oars. We're gonna keep moving wherever we're gonna go. So that's great. Anyways, thank you for listening, and I hope you have a great day.